Pastor Edward McMahon, the Senior Pastor of Miracle Celebration Center and the Director of the Forgiven Kids of Africa.
Guide my way. Oh, you mourn with me and you dance with me, for my heart of hearts is bound to you. Though I walk through valleys low, I'll be no.
One of the stories that inspired me to really get the burden to take care of these orphans was a young boy called Ibra. Now, Ibra is a young total orphan who lost both his parents and was living with his next of kin relatives. But then, under harsh conditions, they mistreated the boy, and the boy decided to leave the home and go and stay in the bush, or rather in the woods. He found some car, these old cars which have become shacks and wrecks in the bush, and he made that car his home. And from that car, he used to sleep and sneak out sometimes to go and steal food so that he can survive. Steals from the gardens, steals from in people's houses, and after eating he comes back and sleeps in that shack of a car. So villagers did not understand the story or the pain of this boy. They instead looked at him as a thief, but they didn't know that the boy had no care. He was desperate. There was no one to care for him and to show him love, and no one would extend a hand of food to him and say, "Come and stay in my shelter." Everybody looked at this boy as a nuisance and outcast. But when we got hold of this boy, we realized that this boy can change, and there is potential in this boy. If we can show love, if we can minister love to this boy, then it will be worth doing. So we decided to bring this boy from the bush, because by that time they wanted to take the boy to the police, let the boy be arrested, let him be kept in prison. We don't want this boy here. But we picked him up and we brought him to our Wujiri orphanage. And when the boy came, the sorrow that he had, the pain that he had was too much. Every time I could ask him, he could begin to cry. He could narrate his story that he was rejected. They never gave him what to eat. But then he was so happy to be in our orphanage. And right now his life is changing. He came the way he is, but now God has changed him. He can smile. He has believed in Jesus. He was a Muslim, but now he has believed in Jesus. And he is having a bright future. He's so grateful that he is in the orphanage. So because of this kind of situation many kids are facing in Uganda and in Africa, Forgiven Kids of Africa has come forth to address such situations, so that children may not lack what to eat. And this is one of our beliefs, that every child has a right to a meal on a table, a coat on his back, and a roof over his head, plus medication. Those are our 4 beliefs. Everybody has a right. Every child has a right. So Forgiven Kids of Africa is reaching out to see that these needs are met.
My heart will trust in you. My heart will trust.
Forgiven Kids of Africa has 4 centers, as I told you. One is in Bujiri, Kayunga, Mbale, and Kampala. But also we have started a 5th center which is having 20 kids. And this center is a special center caring for kids with HIV and AIDS. We realize that the kids with HIV/AIDS have been marginalized. Nobody wants to take care of them. So they get a lot of stigma. They are isolated and they are rejected. So we decided that as a ministry, as an organization, we have to address this situation. We have to reach out with a hand to help these kids. And as you can see in the photos, those are some of the kids that are benefiting, who have AIDS, but they are benefiting from our project. And they were supposed to die quickly, but because of the help that comes through the organization, they are able to prolong their lives. They are given drugs which are called ARVs, antiretroviral drugs. These drugs are purposely used to help a child to live longer. They extend his lifespan to even up to 20 years. So we are really seeing that God is doing something in the children's life, those with AIDS. Africa has an outreach wing, which is the Forgiven Kids Choir, and this is a choir with 20 kids who are singing and dancing, representing 4 orphanages, 500 kids, and their work is to spread awareness for the African child and to shine the light of Jesus. We have a vision for them to travel in the whole of Uganda, to travel in Africa, to travel in the nations of the world. And they will be traveling to shine the light of Jesus and bring awareness for the African child. They have desires and needs, as you know, and they have expectations. We need uniforms for their choir. We need more training. We need more skilled people to train them. We need a van that will carry them around spreading this message. We need all the support to make this choir very strong and to sound the bell of Jesus, to sound hope in the nations, to sound peace to those who are brokenhearted, to bring relief to those who are crying, to reach out to the kids that have not been reached and tell them that Jesus can help them. Tell them that there is hope in life.
On the highway, through the darkest night, when you hold my hand, Jesus, guide my way. So you
getting income for them, we began to train them how to make necklaces, earrings, and bangles from ordinary paper. So out of ordinary paper, orphans can make necklaces, bangles, earrings, just as you can see. It's a creativity that they came up with in order to have income in the orphanages. So another thing that is taking place in our orphanages is mosquito nets distribution. So far we have distributed almost 700 mosquito nets in the orphanages and in the community. And we are believing God. We want another 500 mosquito nets so that we can distribute these mosquito nets to the communities, to the guardians who are taking care of some of these orphans, to the homes, villages that are in areas that are infested with mosquitoes. Now, for those of you who do not know, malaria is a disease caused by mosquitoes, and mosquitoes in Africa are Anopheles mosquitoes. They cause malaria, and malaria is the #1 killer in Africa. It kills more than AIDS. So if people get mosquito nets, they receive prevention. They are able to be kept away from mosquitoes that can bite them.
Who am I that the Lord of all the earth would care to know my name, would care to feel my hurt? Who am I that the bright and morning star?
Desire to sponsor a child, the opportunity is open. There is an email passing on your screen. You can write it down and write to us. Tell us, I want to sponsor a child, or I want to sponsor 2 or more children, and we shall send you a form and send you some details. If you need banking details, we will send them to you, and you can save and change your child's life, and this can bring joy to the child.
A wave tossed in the ocean, vapor in the wind, still you catch me when I'm falling, and you told me who I am.
Our plan is already laid. We are looking forward and we are focusing ahead into development. The first thing I told you before, that we are looking at constructing a school for the orphans. And then the second thing we are looking at very seriously is constructing the headquarters or the center of Kampala, where the kids from all the other parts of the country, from the villages, can come and be trained and be edified, be given more skill. Because training in the city is better than training in the villages. So that's why we need Kampala Center to be constructed.
Through the rain and calm the storm in me, not because of who I am, but because of what you've done. Not because of what I've done, but because of who you are. I am a flower quickly fading, here today and gone tomorrow, a wave tossed in the ocean, a vapor in the wind. Still you hear me when I'm calling, Lord, you catch me when I'm falling, and you told me who I am. I am yours.
So my final and humble appeal is, I'm calling upon you to stretch out your hand and support this cause. You can make a difference in a child's life. With whatever little or much you have, lives can be changed here in Africa. You can put a smile on the child's face. You can help us to build this school and finish it. You can help us to build the orphanage in Kampala and we finish it. The future generation will rejoice because you have done it. Now at the screen there are information, there are details. You can support us, you can answer back to us, you can do something and God will bless you. Thank you very much. Help an orphan and save their life. May the Lord bless you so much as you respond to this call. Amen.
Whom shall I fear? Whom shall